Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET Englishtown.
Hello and welcome to another SSET video. Today we are doing a video for our 1C Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. It is a class that starts at 4 o'clock. We are doing Grammar Zone 2, and we are doing pages 34, 35, 36 and 37. So make sure you have your Grammar Zone 2 book. And today we are doing review 3. So this is a practice of the last 4 lessons that we did. So lessons 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, so make sure you have your book and you're ready to go. All right, so let's start on page 34. We have 2 stories here at the top, in the yellow box and in the blue box. All right, so let's read the yellow box first. Now this story is, my name is Darren Mills. I am a firefighter. I work at the county fire station. I wear a yellow coat and a red helmet. I drive a big red fire engine. The fire engine has a ladder and a hose. I use a ladder to rescue people and I use the hose to put out fires. Okay, so that was the yellow one. His name is Darren Mills. He is a firefighter. Let's do the blue box. My name is Karen Mills. Darren is my brother. I am a policewoman. I work at the police station. I wear a blue uniform. I drive a white police car. I use a radio to talk to people at the police station. I protect people in this town. Sometimes I catch robbers. All right, so I'm going to take this off. Now let's look at, we have 4 pictures at the top, 4 pictures. All right, number 1, what is number 1? Number 1 is a radio. It's a radio. This is what the policewoman uses to talk to a police station. That is a radio. So what is number 2? They climb up this. It is a ladder. It is a ladder. Number 2 is a ladder. Number 3, that's easy. Number 3 is a police car. A police car. Number 3 is a police car. And number 4, this is what the fireman wears. It is a coat. It is a coat. So there we go. Number 1 is a radio. I'll put that there. Number 1 is a radio. Number 2 is a ladder. Number 3 is a police car. And the last one, number 4, is a coat. All right, make sure you have your answers written in your book. All right, now we have to answer the questions for number 2. It says, read the text again. So this is the text, the story. So read the text again. Answer the questions. We have to use complete sentences. So we have to make a full sentence. Have a look at question number 1. Question number 1 has already been done for you. The question is, where does Darren work? Answer, he works at the county fire station. He works at the county fire station. Right, so let's do question number 2. What does Karen wear for work? Karen is in the blue box. So what does she wear for work? She says here, I wear a blue uniform. So Karen wears a blue uniform. Karen wears a blue uniform because she is a policewoman. So remember, Karen is a name, plus it is the first letter, a first word of the sentence. So always start with a capital and always finish with a period. Question number 3. Does Karen drive a fire engine? Remember, Karen is a policewoman. Does she drive a fire engine? No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. She doesn't drive a fire engine. What does she drive? A police car. She drives a police car. So number 3, does Karen drive a fire engine? No, she doesn't. Number 4, what does Darren use to put out fires? What does the fireman use to put out fires? So Darren uses a hose. Darren uses a hose. So the water comes out the hose. So he puts out the fire with the hose. Number 4, what does Darren use to put out fires? Darren uses a hose. Darren uses a hose. All right, make sure you start with a capital, finish with a period, please. Question number 5. Where does Karen work? Where does she work? She's a policewoman. She works at the police station. So Karen works at the police station. Karen works at the police station. So question number 5, where does Karen work? Karen works at the police station. Karen works at the police station. All right, question number 6. Does Darren use a ladder? Remember, he was a fireman. He's a fireman. So does Darren use a ladder? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Question number 6, does Darren use a ladder? Yes, he does. And the last one, question number 7. What does Karen use to talk to people at the police station? What does she use to talk to people? Have a look in the blue box. I drive a white police car. I use a radio to talk to people at the police station. So what does Karen use? Karen uses a radio. Karen uses a radio. Karen uses a radio. So number 7, what does Karen use to talk to people at the police station? Karen uses a radio. Karen uses a radio. That is page 34, finished. All right, make sure you have these answers. If you need some more time, just pause the video because I'm about to erase. So let's go on to page 35. Page 35. All right, we have some clocks here. So we need to tell the time. So number one is already finished. Number 1 is already finished. What's the time? It's 4:30. 4:30. All right, number 2. What time is it? All right, what time is it? The little hand is coming up to 12, so it's nearly 12 o'clock. It's before 12 o'clock. The big hand is on the 9, which means how many minutes? 45 minutes. So it's a quarter to 12. So before, this is before. So this one is 11:45. You can write in brackets at the end here, 11:45. See, it's 15 minutes before 12. A quarter, 1 quarter is 15 minutes because you have a clock here. This is half, excuse me, this is half and this is half. This is like your clock. Now this is a quarter because it's 15. This is a quarter because it's 15. This is a quarter, it's 15, and this is a quarter because it's 15. So 15, 15, 15, 15 equals 60 minutes. You have 60 minutes in 1 hour, 60 minutes. So the big hand is here and the little hand is here. So it's 15 before a quarter to. 15 is a quarter. So a quarter to 12. A quarter to 12. Or 11:45. A quarter to 12 or 11:45. All right, number 3. Have a look, number 3. The little hand is on the 11 and the big hand is on the 12. So it is what time? It's something o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. Okay, in brackets, it's 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. Number 4. Number 4, what is the time? Number 4 here. What is the time? Now remember we did, our circle had 60, 15, 15, 15, 15. So what is this one? It's 15 past, or this one is a quarter to, so it is after. So it is a quarter past. So it's a quarter past. A quarter past. What is the hour? Quarter past 7. 7. So it's 7:15. Because 15, remember, is 1 quarter and it's after 7, so it's a quarter past 7. Past, after. It's a quarter past 7. Number 5. Number 5. The big hand is on half, so it's half past. Half. Past what? Half past, where is the little hand? It's half past. Half past 9. Half past 9. Or 9:30. 9:30. Half past. Remember our clock? This is half. The little hand has gone all the way to here. So it's 30 minutes, half. Bun bun. Half. All right, number 6, the last one. Number 6. What time is it? It is something o'clock. It is 3 o'clock. Good. It's 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. All right, so number 2, it's a quarter to 12 or 11:45. Number 3, it's 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. Number 4, it's a quarter past, so after. This one is a quarter to, 15 minutes before 12. This one is a quarter past, so 15 minutes after 7. 15 after 7. So it's a quarter past 7. Or you can say 7:15. This one is easy. It's half past 9. Or you can just say 9:30. And this one is pretty easy. It's 3 o'clock. Okay, 3 o'clock. All right, make sure you write those down. If you need some time, just pause the video now because I'm going to erase. So let's do number 4. Number 4 on page 35. We have to write some sentences and we only have a few words. So we have to make a sentence from the words that we have. Number 1. Number 1 is already finished. You have Gary get up 6:30. And the sentence is Gary gets, with an S, Gary gets up at 6:30. Gary gets up at 6:30. All right, let's do number 2. Amy, art class Tuesday. Amy, art class Tuesday. So, Amy What goes here? Amy has art class on Tuesday. Amy has art class on Tuesday. Has art class on Tuesday. On Tuesday. Amy has art class on Tuesday. Number 3, we have Mr. Smith. Breakfast, 7 o'clock. Oh, that's pretty easy. So Mr. Smith has breakfast. Now what goes here? What is the preposition? Remember prepositions? At, on, between. Remember what a preposition was? Position, where something is. So what is this one? Mr. Smith has breakfast at 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock. So number 2, Mr. Smith has breakfast. Breakfast at 7 o'clock. Number 4, we have Mom and Dad clean the house and Saturday. So Mom and Dad. So you don't need anything here. You could just say Mom and Dad clean the house. Mom and Dad clean the house. What is the preposition? At Saturday? No, like this one. On Saturday. On Saturday. Number 4, Mom and Dad clean the house on Saturday. Mom and Dad clean the house on Saturday. All right, number 5. Joanne do homework 6 o'clock. All right, so Joanne is a girl. So Joanne. Now what goes here? It says do. Joanne do homework? No, that's not correct. We have to change do to does. Joanne does homework at, because it's a time, at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock. So number 5, Joanne does, so you have to change this, does homework at 6 o'clock. Joanne does homework at 6 o'clock. All right, last one for number 6. We have Andy play soccer and Sunday. So Andy play soccer. Andy plays soccer. No, remember we have to change play to plays soccer. Andy plays soccer on Sunday. On Sunday. Because it's a day, we use on. So number 6, Andy plays soccer on Sunday. Andy plays soccer on Sunday. That was the last question for page 35. So make sure you have your answers. If you need to pause the video, do it now because I'm going to erase. Let's do page 36, page 36. So you should have this one here. Unscramble the words and then write a question. We have to write a question. So number 1 is already finished. Number 1, what time does she start work? Don't forget question mark at the end because it is a question. All right, number 2. Okay, this is pretty easy. You know what the first word will be. It is what, because it starts with a capital. So what? So what is next? It's something about Sundays. So what do you do? What do you do on Sunday? Sundays. All right, make sure you end with a question mark because we are making a question. So what do you do on Sundays? What do you do on Sundays? Oh, I play football or I go shopping. So what do you do on Sundays? What do you do on Sundays? Number 3, again, this one is easy. The start starts with what. It is the capital. So what, it's something about music class. So what day does he have music class? What day does he have music class? And question, because it is a question mark, because it is a question. So what day does he have music class? What if this was more than one person? So if it was they, if that was they, what day does they have music class? No, that would be what day do they have music class? What day do they have music class? And let's do number 4. Number 4 again, first letter is what. So, and this is something about work and clothes. So what is the next word? What is it called? Clothes. So what clothes do you wear? What clothes do you wear? What clothes do you wear for work? For work. What clothes do you wear for work? Number 4, what clothes do you wear for work? Oh, what clothes do you wear for work? Oh, I wear a shirt and pants. So, what clothes do you wear for work? All right, last one. Number 5. Again, we are starting with what. So, what? This is about shopping and day. So, what day do they go shopping? What day do they go shopping? Now, have a look at this one. This is what we were talking about before. So let's have a look. Remember, one person, what day does he? What day does he? But because we have more than one person, and we know it's more than one person because it says they. So what day do, this changes to do. What day do they go shopping? What if it was he? He. We've done this one, he. What about you? What day does you have music class? No. What day do you have music class? What day do you have music class? All right, so that is exercise 5 done. All right, make sure you write the answers because I'm going to erase. If you need to pause, do it now. Let's do exercise number 6. We have to write the correct form of the simple present. Simple present. So now you have affirmative, negative, and yes and no question. Now we've talked a little bit about these before. Affirmative, negative, and yes and no questions. Now what is affirmative? Affirmative is something that did happen. It is true. It did happen. Negative is the opposite. It is not true. It didn't happen. And a yes or a no question is when you ask a question. When you ask a question, the answer must be either yes or no. Do you drive a car for work? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't. So that is a yes or no question. The answer must be yes or no. Let's do number 1. We have to do the yes or no question. So number 1. He works at the hospital. That is true. Affirmative. That is true. He does. He works at the hospital. Okay, what is not true? Negative. You could say, he doesn't work at the hospital. He doesn't work at the hospital, okay? That is something that is not true. He doesn't work at the hospital. Now, how do we make a yes or no question? I'll give you a hint. You start with, does he? Does he what? Does he work at, preposition, at the hospital? Does he work at the hospital? Okay, that is the yes or no question. Yes or no question. Does he work at the hospital? And make sure you put a question mark there because it is a question. All right, number 2. Now, number 2, it doesn't have affirmative. It doesn't have negative. So how do we know what to write here? Well, you look at the yes or no question. The yes or no question will help you. The yes or no question is, do they put out fires? Do they put out fires? So we can make something true and we can make something false just by reading the yes or no question. Do they put out fires? So what is true? They do. So they do. They do what? They do put out fires. That is affirmative. 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 Number 2. So what is negative? Opposite. If affirmative is they do put out fires, what is negative? They don't put out fires. They don't put out fires. Negative. Negative. They don't put out fires. They don't put out fires. So affirmative, what is true is they do put out fires. That is true. Or you could say they don't do it. So it's not true. They don't put out fires. They don't put out fires. All right, number 3. We have negative. She doesn't deliver letters. She doesn't deliver letters. So the opposite, she does deliver letters. She does deliver letters. She does deliver letters. All right, that is affirmative. True. Affirmative. She does deliver letters. Okay, you don't have to write this. I'm just showing you which one it is, affirmative or negative. So number 3, she does deliver letters. And number 3, we have to write yes or no question. So the answer has to be yes or no. So we can start with does. Does she what? What does she do? Does she, here, does she deliver letters? Does she deliver letters? And because it is a question, please finish with a question mark, all right? So this one is yes, no question. Yes, no question. Okay, you don't have to write this. Don't write this. Last one, number 4. Number 4, we already have affirmative. What is true? You cut people's hair. You cut people's hair. So number 4, that is true. What is not true? What is not true? You don't cut people's hair. You don't cut people's hair. All right, make sure you have apostrophe S because this is possessive. Hair, something that we have. So you don't cut people's hair. You don't cut people's hair. Last one. So we have to make a yes or no question. Yes or no question. This one, it's not does. This one is because it's you. How do you start? Do. Good. Do you what? Do you cut people's hair? Do you cut people's hair? Question mark. Do you cut people's hair? Okay, so these are yes and no questions. They are affirmative and negative sentences. So things that people do and things that people don't do. True, not true. Affirmative, yes, they do it. Or negative, no, they don't do it. All right, that is the last one for page 36. All right, again, make sure you have these answers because I'm going to erase it. So if you need to pause, do it now. So let's do last page, 37. Very simple, some questions here. Some questions, and then you can just draw the lines to the correct answers. All right, I'm going to ask the question on this side, and then this side, and then this side, and then this side, okay? So first one, what is your job? What is your job? What is the answer? What is your job? What is your job? I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. Good. What is your job? I'm a doctor. Number 2, this side. Question on this side. Where do you work? Where do you work? So the answer is over on this side. So where do you work? I work at the hospital. Where do you work? I work at the hospital. All right, let's go back over to this side, left-hand side, left-hand side. Do you wear a white coat? Do you wear a white coat? Answer is over here. Do you wear a white coat? Yes, I do. Do you wear a white coat? Yes, I do. Next question, over this side. What time do you get up? Here, what time do you get up? What time do you get up? Answer is on this side. At 6 o'clock. What time do you get up? At 6 o'clock. Next one, the question here on the left-hand side question. What day do you go shopping? What day do you go shopping? Answer, on Saturday. On Saturday. What day do you go shopping? On Saturday. And last one. What do you do on Sundays? Question here, what do you do on Sundays? Answer, I exercise at the gym. So what do you do on Sundays? I exercise at the gym. All right, make sure you draw the lines. Now we have 2 more. We have to answer 2 questions here, 2 questions. What day is it today? What day is it today? Today is Friday. Today is Friday. What day is it today? Today is Friday. And next question, what time is it now? What time is it now? It's 9 o'clock. What time is it now? It's 9 o'clock. You can make your answer whatever time it is. Okay, so number 1, what day is it today? Today is Friday. And number 2, what time is it now? It's 9 o'clock. All right, now before we finish, please have a look at this yellow box here. Now I want you to fill that out at home. You have to write about your weekly routine, what you do every week. All right, something that you do every week. Your weekly routine. Routine is something that you do. Okay, so you might go to your friend's house every Friday. You might go to class every Saturday, or you might play sport every Sunday. So write a couple of sentences in the box, the yellow box here, and you can fill out these boxes here as well. All right, that's all we have time for today. So today was our 1C grammar class for our Monday, Wednesday, 4 o'clock class. All right, so that's all we have time for today. So until next time, bye for now.
Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET Englishtown.